Oh, Ashley Moon, Hamilton Park Managing Director, and myself have come to the local museum to find out a bit more about the history of the Lanark Silver Bell and actually see the original trophy itself.
Well, here's hoping, Gordon, and hopefully we'll see it alongside the new trophy as well.
I'm joined by Aileen Anderson, who's Assistant Museum Officer here at Low Parks Museum in Hamilton. We've got the new Phoenix Utilities Lanark Silver Bell in front of me on my left, and the original on my right, Aileen. And well, you can be struck by the similarities.
Absolutely. It's a real joy to see the old original bell and so many of the aspects of design which pass over into the modern bell. The old bell, if we can start there, it's, as you can see, approximately 4 inches high. It's one of, we believed to be the oldest racing trophies. And if I can take it very gently off the stand.
Yes, please do.
Upon it you can see the Lanark crest, and that's of course the Royal Borough of Lanark. And interestingly, you can see these holes around about, which is a design feature passed over to the Hamilton and Inches modern bell. Now, the reason that those exist is because originally there would have been rings attached to that. You can actually see the dent through the sheer weight of the shields that were suspended from it. Now, obviously, that would have limited the sheer number of racers and riders that would have been able to potentially win it. We have on the modern late 1800s, 1892.
I'm not touching it, by the way.
You're not allowed to touch it.
I'm not allowed to touch it. Okay,
I shall smack a hand if you do.
Okay.
We have 122 shields that lie below it. We've left out one, which of course is the very earliest one, and it's dated 1628. Now, that's some time after the bell itself was created. And the reason we know that is that the hallmarks themselves suggest that it dates originally from 1608 to about 1610. And if you look very closely, you can see what looks potentially like a scratch, but I promise you isn't, is in fact the assay mark, which would have been where they took a small piece of silver from the bell to test it and to assay it. Now, when Scotland celebrated 550 years of hallmarking, that's very coincidentally and appropriately was the first year that the new bell was reinstated in Hamilton and was run at Hamilton Park Racecourse.
I'll tell you what, it's in some condition for its age.
It's aged an awful lot better than the rest of us, hasn't it? Yes, it really has. Of course, we all look after it here. It's on display down here at Low Parks Museum, of course, under lock and key, but you know, it's a valuable, an invaluable part of our local history, and we're very honoured to have it.
I was going to ask you just how popular an exhibit is it here in the museum?
It's always lovely to get the feedback when we've got people, because of course we are Low Parks Museum and we're based in Hamilton, but we are in fact the South Lanarkshire's museum, so we're always really pleased to see people, and you can see some of the punters. We would hope even to see them perhaps before the races run. If they want to come in the afternoon and see the original bell, they'd be more than welcome.
So where would you put it in your exhibits? Top 5, top 10?
I think I would put it top 5, definitely. It's such a popular piece. We know that it certainly stands amongst the oldest in the whole of Scotland, certainly, perhaps even the world, and that's high esteem. We're very proud to have it and very proud to have it with us.
Well, listen, thanks for having us here today, and it'll be great to see who wins this very bell at Hamilton Park on Friday night.
Indeed, fingers crossed that maybe a flutter might pay off.
Well, Ashley Moon, who is the Managing Director at Hamilton Park, and myself, we've got both the original Lanark Silver Bell in front of me, Ashley, and the new modern twist to the Phoenix Utilities Lanark Silver Bell. You must be a proud man.
Absolutely. I mean, we spoke last week at our race day about the new trophy, but yeah, it's just so fantastic to see them side by side, and it really does show off how we've drawn from the original bell design into the new trophy, and yeah, it's an incredibly proud moment to see them both next to each other.
And after the gap where the original bell went missing, it was good to see, after a long period of time, the Lanark Silver Bell being contested again at Hamilton Park.
Yeah, so the last running of the Lanark Silver Bell race was at Lanark Racecourse in 1977, and thankfully we were able to reinstate that race at Hamilton in 2008, and I think this year is the 45th year since the last running at Lanark. So this particular trophy was brought in 2012, and yeah, it's something very, very special, and I think we've got a great lineup of racing on Friday, Gordon.
Yeah, we have. And looking at the shields on both, it's just a nice twist that the original belt and that new belt, the winning connections, get a shield.
Yes, I mean when we produced this trophy in 2012, we actually backdated all of the shields on it so that every winner from 2008, since the bell was reinstated at Hamilton Park, has a shield on for the winner. So the winning horse and the winning owner's name is on there for each running that we've had at Hamilton, which reflects those that are seen on the original bell. So we're creating a little piece of history every time the race is run, and hopefully this bell lasts just as long as the original.
Let's hope it does as well. I'll tell you what, this bell will be contested, the new one that is, for a whole lot more money than the old one. In fact, it's a whole lot more money than it was even last year.
Yeah, I mean, as we've talked about, Gordon, we've upgraded the race to a heritage handicap, which has been a long-held ambition of the board at Hamilton Park. It really is one of our most important races, and this year it'll be run for £100,000, which is nearly double any race that we've ever raced at Hamilton before. So, yeah, it's going to be a very, very special night.
And I know we're only at this stage talking entries, but William Haggis, who's won it twice before, including the first running back at Hamilton Park, he could have a runner on Friday night.
Yes, it's great to see Mr Haggis's entries. I think we all saw his fantastic run with Baid at York this week. Yeah, his name is on the first shield from 2008 here and from 2021, so it'll be very interesting to see that run up, if indeed it does run come Friday. We've got some great other entries as well, from the likes of Roger Vary and Charlie Fellows, and of course our own Mark Johnson as well, who's won this trophy on 5 occasions. So I think it's going to be a very hotly contested race.